Awesome. So we got Dennis here for today's the case study interview, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about his journey so far in the kinetic method. Good morning and welcome, Dennis.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, please introduce yourself real quick, like, age, what you do for work, so that people can see like, okay, how old is this businessman? What does he do for work, family life? So we can also see a little bit around your schedule, and then we can take it on from there.
Yeah. My name is Dennis. I live in Denmark. I have a consultancy company called Sustainer. So basically I work every day in the office, sitting at my desk mostly. And privately I have a wife and a son, 11-year-old son, and I'm 51. So I think that's the basic data about me. Yep.
Perfect. How many hours do you work per week, would you say, approximately?
Yeah, I mean, there has definitely been a development since, before I met you, Mauro, then I probably worked much more than I do today. And I was stressed out. I took the laptop with me at home every night and was sitting in the sofa working for a few hours as well, and worked in the weekends and so on. So maybe I've never worked that much in my company, but maybe 60, 70 hours a week was more or less a normal week, 60 hours at least, and then some peak periods. But since we started beginning of August, I have definitely focused a lot on being more efficient in my everyday life and using my time at work more wisely. So I've taken the decision that only if I have extremely urgent client-related tasks, then I'm not going to work at night during the week, and also in the weekends only if it's really urgent. So basically, I only work from 8:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's like 8.5 times 5, so like 42 hours a week or something like that. So that's a major difference from before, and I actually think that I'm more efficient today than I were before. So
perfect. No, that's good to know. Actually, the first time I hear this, I'm very happy that, not just because a lot of times it's just like, yeah, let's do some workouts, some meal plans, but you made a major shift in your life, and also the conscious decision of, hey, if I take my health into this, then I want to make sure that I will also, have health or a healthy air relationship and a healthy environment. And this is what you did. So the time after work is not just stressed out and working nonstop, which is good.
I mean, I'm not going to give you the full honor for this, because I've been inspired by other clever guys as well. But I think it was when I just gave myself into your kinetic method system 100%, then it just makes sense to be more efficient, both physically but also mentally and time-wise.
Sure. No, that's good. What would you say were like some of the major things you were struggling with, or were a challenge looking back to August?
Before August, or what? Or in the beginning? Yeah. I mean, there were and there still are many challenges as we face in life, but I would say I'm 51. I have a kid who's 11 years old. Meant that I was 40 when I got him. I remember when I was a kid, my father was 30 when he got me, so he's an old man now. And I remember from school that I was a bit embarrassed that I had an old dad like that, because all the other kids, they have parents in the beginning of the 20s when they were born. So, and I just felt that if I was going to have a long life together with Benjamin, my son, and even experiencing and playing with my grandchildren as well sometimes in the future, then I had to stay healthy. So for me, it wasn't just a kind of, let's say, I want to look better and drop some kilograms. It was more a, you can say, not just quality of life, but also longevity, that I actually wanted to stay alive for a long time. My wife is 9 years younger than me, and I promised her to outlive her. So I don't know if you can do that, but I did. So I need to stay healthy. And I know that in my business, I used to run myself quite hard, and I got stressed in periods because I had too much work. And it meant that I had to be physically and mentally very stable and solid and robust. And I know that it takes a lot from your body to be that. So I just saw a lot of challenges, both from family side, the private side, but also from my business side. I'm extremely ambitious when it comes to scaling my company. I'm going global next year, beginning of next year. So there's going to be a lot of challenges and issues and development in my company. So I know that I have to have a lot of stamina in order to pull that off. So yeah, there was a bunch of issues and challenges facing me. So and a lot of all the gurus out there I've been following. I have a few, 3, 4 gurus I'm following. I don't see you as a guru. I see you as the guy who's actually helping implementing all the clever stuff. But all the gurus, they just said that this is what you have to do. You have to focus on your physical and mental health. This is number one, because without that, you cannot do anything at all long term. So finally, after hearing that 100 times, it got into my mind. And I think that was why I started being actually open to be serious about this in August.
That's very, very deep and powerful. It's not just I wanted to lose 20 pounds, which is okay, if someone wants that. But that's what you said with your son, I believe is a big driver, like being the young, fit dad. And even though you're older, that you don't associate just the age with the biological age, as you say, hey, I can't change the age that's on the driver's license, right? But I can change how I look, how I show up, how I feel. And I believe that's a great driving force, as well as the business.
Yeah, and to have the energy to play as well. So
now you're doing the workouts with him, right?
Almost
everyone, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Good. Yeah, so that's cool.
Good. So you said the main reason, or not just the main reason, but one of the triggers that brought more awareness into that were like all the gurus, mentors, the big guys in the space that said, hey, this is a must. It's not just business. Business starts with you. Would you say before that you have tried also other solutions like workouts, diets, or was it nothing? And then when they said it was a match, or?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 51 and I've probably been dieting on and off for 40 years of my life. So yeah, I've tried a great deal of stuff and it's easy to lose 10 kilograms. You just have to put yourself together and then do it. The problem is that once you showed me a picture of you diving in some, I don't know, Caribbean island or wherever it was, or Bali, and just to show the picture that you can always hold your breath, but you cannot hold your breath forever. And that's what I've been trying for 40 years. I've been trying to hold my breath for a period. Sometimes I've been doing it for longer than others. And so easily losing 10 kilograms or 5 kilograms or whatever, or going to the gym 3 times a week. But it has never been a long-term plan. I thought it was a long-term plan, but it hasn't really been a full plan It has never been a transformation like this. It has just been short-term dieting or working out or whatever. And I never had, you can say, I never had the full motivation there. It was basically, normally it was, I want to lose weight and look better. And for me, it's not enough to keep working out or eating healthy and so on. So yeah, I've really tried a lot, and my weight has gone up and down. It in a typical year, I've been gaining 5 kilograms and losing 5 kilograms. I've done that 40 times. So and I know it's not very healthy. So yeah, I've been around for sure.
Wow, that's a lot. 40 years of start, stop, on off.
Yeah.
What, after so many years, would you say made you decide, you know what, I wanna, give this guy in the internet over there a shot and work with him?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw you I probably saw it was probably a Facebook ad or Facebook post, I would guess, in some of the groups we follow, both of us. It wasn't that you were convincing me at all. I was just ready because I've been hearing this message from these 3, 4, 5 gurus I'm following, that you need to stay healthy in order to prosper in your business life. And then I added on all the private stuff as well. So I was kind of ready to say, yes, I have the motivation ready now. I know why I'm doing this, and I actually know what I want to do. I probably just need somebody to keep me accountable. And then you popped up, and you seemed like a nice guy, a trustworthy guy, and that was the most important for me. So not a lot of big words or whatever. You are very down to earth, as we say in Denmark. So you are very, solid advice every day. Do it, and you are just there by my side. And I didn't know that at that time, but I just felt that when we talked the first time that there was a full 100% trust that this is a guy who's actually going to help me. So I was ready to start that kind of partnership. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I believe what you just said is very, very important, with not just the trust. Yes, trust is very important, like in the coach, but also that you are ready. Right. A lot of, people will say like, yeah, it doesn't matter, just start. But I believe, and I've seen it so many times, people are not ready and they're like arm wrestled into something. Come, let's do this. And if you're not ready, then there's a saying, it's when the student is ready, the teacher or the master, whatever you want to call it, will appear. And I believe it's 100% spot on, because it's exactly that. If someone is ready and wants to change, has the desire to change, I've always seen people like that have the biggest success. Where if it's like, I'm not sure, I'm going to try, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it's not going to work. So
yeah, that's true.
Would you say the process we've implemented so far with the kinetic method over the last few months was rather easy or hard, or in the middle?
I think it's kind of a multi-dimensional question, because on one hand, it's hard because there's a lot of stuff that I choose not to eat because I'm counting my calories. I basically choose not to eat it because I need. It was quite easy at the beginning when I started out with 2,000 calories a day, because I just had to cut out most of the crap. But I could still have some candy or a small piece of cake or a beer or whatever, not just all of it in one day. I just had to divide it a little bit throughout the week, but I could still have it. So in that way, it's been very easy, because I've never said no to anything. I'd only postponed it, you can say, and just taken a little bit of it. So, but it has been hard to put that much energy into this. But on the other hand, I have my motivation, and it's just getting stronger throughout the process, because now I see it's working. Now I can see my body, I can feel my energy level and so on, that it's working. And in that way, it's getting easier, because it's getting a no-brainer, because this is of course what I'm doing. I mean, I have my morning affirmations, my kinetic method affirmations, and of course this is what I'm doing. I mean, there's no plan B for me. So in that way, it's extremely easy, because it's just the way I'm living. So a few weeks ago, I switched from 2,000 to 1,800 calories a day, with the same amount, or actually a little bit more, protein every day. Now it's getting a little bit tougher on what I can eat and what I can't eat. But still, I mean, every day I eat a few pieces of candy or a small piece of cake or whatever. Now it's almost Christmas. And I mean, I don't cut out all the sweet yet. I probably will in a few months, for some months. I know that that's part of the process, but it's doable, and it's not a pain in the ass yet, at least. I'm living my life as I used to. I'm just more disciplined. So let me put it this way: it's much easier than I actually thought it was, but I think it's because I have a motivation which gives me a lot of discipline. And I actually I hate when I start working out, but I love when I'm working out, and I love when I'm done. I just need the discipline to start. That's it.
I feel you. Yeah. A lot of people think what you just said applies only to maybe you or someone who hasn't worked out consistently, but I've been working out for nearly 11 years now. And even today, like I'll after this call, I'll prepare myself for the gym. I already have the jacket on, and I am not like super excited like the first day. It's more like, but once I'm in it and once I'm done, it's you could even say blessing. So it's really pushing through that, and you've done that very, very well.
Yeah, thanks. That's when you get the endorphins in your body. So yeah, instant gratification.
Yeah, it's what we all want, right?
Yeah. But instead of eating a Snickers, then we just do the workout. Yeah.
Let's talk about results, the last few months. What would you say are like the biggest results that you've gotten so far? Maybe tangible in terms of the weight, body fat, intangible, how you feel, performance, work, after work, everything.
I mean, there's so many results. I would say in the beginning, I actually had to force myself to eat unhealthy, because, as you said, you explained this to me, that you are not supposed to hold your breath, as I said before. So I forced myself to eat unhealthy, even though I knew that I could actually eat more healthy and then lose weight even faster. But the idea was that I have to force myself into see this thing as a lifelong experience, not just the next 6 months or something like that. So yeah, my weight loss, I mean, we have been 4.5 months into this right now, and I'm lost a bit more than 8 kilograms. And for me, this is fast, but it's what I could do on my own as well, just by holding my breath. The good thing is that I've been actually living my life and had a good time during this non-diet, you can say. Excuse me. So some of the results is definitely that I can, by changing attitude to my own life and taking responsibility for my own health, then I can actually lose weight in a healthy manner. That's definitely one result. It's you can say a mental shift. Then of course all the shirts I have in my cupboard, of course, which were way too small, using today, for instance. I mean, I can fit my clothes again. I've been kicking out a lot of the shirts which were too big. So I'm changing my wardrobe as well. Just waiting half a year till I get my final body composition, because then I'm probably going to look even more different. But that's, I mean, looking better is definitely a thing, but more important is that I feel better, and I feel more healthy, and I'm more energized, and because I have more discipline in this area of my life, then I have more discipline in other areas of my life as well, like planning my day, being more disciplined at work, being more target focused in my job as well, both long term and short term. Yeah, I mean, there's so many areas, because everything, I mean, it's not just losing weight. What you do is kind of a holistic view on the person. So it's both mentally and physically, emotionally. Basically, everything fits together. So yeah, there's been so many benefits for this, for sure, and I'm probably only halfway through.
Yeah, that's great. Before we start this recording, you also said today you weighed in the lowest weight you've been the last 20 years, right?
Yeah, I started in beginning of August. I started at 90 kilograms, and now this morning I was at 81.8, and I haven't been that since. Yeah, I don't remember. I guess it's like 20 years ago.
Wow.
So I've always been overweight, but now I'm not fat anymore. Now I'm just overweight, and in half year I will be fit.
100%.
Yeah.
What are some of the reactions from people in your environment, like, after work, family, your son, your wife, maybe coworkers? Like, what did they say to your transformation so far?
I mean, people whom I'm not seeing every day, they have said, "Wow, you have lost a lot of weight," and so on. And that's just one reaction. But I think the biggest reaction is that, I mean, in general, I like to inspire other people, but it's about business development and so on, and how I live my life, taking risk and so on. But now I have another dimension to inspire people from, and I think that's great that I can actually tell them the real story of how I'm transforming into a fitter version of myself. And people are definitely listening, because seeing a live person talking about the transformation, who's in the middle of the transformation, is just quite inspiring, for sure. So yeah, there's been a lot of interested person actually wanting to hear what I'm going through.
So that's good leadership.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that a lot of people had said that you are getting leaner or fitter, but because they're probably used to see me going up and down in weight every year. So that's just the way it is. I think they are going to look next summer when I flash my six pack.
When you keep the results, like this time,
when I keep
coming
the
back,
results,
then it's staying like this, and it is going even further.
Exactly. You're so right.
Brilliant. So yeah, I've got one last question, for someone who's watching this right now and they're maybe a little bit on the fence. They don't know if they should do it on their own, they should get help, they should implement the kinetic method. What would you tell them? Yeah.
First of all, sorry, I would tell them that they need to be very clear in their mind on why they want to be fitter and leaner and more healthy. Because even though you said in the beginning that some people just want to lose 20 pounds, I don't believe that. I really don't believe it, because I think you need to ask 5 times why. So you dig down to the core reason of why you want to lose the 20 pounds. And I'm sure that you will actually find some of the same reasons as I have. like longevity, being there for your grandchildren, being more healthy, being there for your wives and family and so on, being better at work and so on. I mean, all that stuff. I mean, that's number one, is really to be honest to yourself of why you want to be healthy. And I know that from myself. It was not before I actually found the core reasons that I was able to give in 100% and actually believing, not only believing, knowing. I don't believe anymore. Now I just know. I know it's in the future, but I know it's going to happen. I have visualized it so many times, and I have the motivation, I have the vision. I know it's going to happen. And I don't think it's before you have that vision and that motivation that you will actually be able to go through the journey. Because if you only do it the hard way, like holding your breath, then you will get up at the surface and have to breathe in at some point of time, and then you regain all the weight anyway. So that's point number one, that people have to go to the core reasons why they want to be healthy. And when they reach that conclusion somehow, then I would say it's much more efficient to have an accountability partner. Could just be a friend who's going through the same journey, but I would say having a professional like you at the side who's actually not emotionally involved, and you're ready to, in your very nice and calm way, to kick my butt when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I mean, that's extremely efficient. And I know you're watching all my data every day, so I cannot cheat. So this accountability is extremely important. Actually, I believe it so much that in my own business, I have actually developed a new accountability product for my customers that they can buy me for an accountability call every 2 weeks. The same principles as you are doing, because I can see it's so damn efficient. So I would say, yeah, find your core reason for being healthy, and then find an accountability partner. And yeah, I'm even considering actually partnering up with you. I haven't told you that, but in my online program, I would like people at some point of time to work with themselves as well, even though it's in a totally other area of business. But when it all comes to a day, then you cannot be a successful businessman if you're not healthy. So I would definitely like to kick some of my clients to your Kinetic Method program sometimes in the future. So with that said, I can definitely recommend your process. That's for sure.
Wow, thank you so much, Dennis. I can just feel like at the end where you said like the determination and with the why, there was, when you said not believing, knowing, like the voice and everything changed. So I can really feel the certainty here.
Yeah.
That's really good. The self-belief, that's the most important thing, as you touched on it.
Yeah, it is. Otherwise you cannot rely on an external person doing the stuff for you. You have to do it yourself.
It's the unsexy truth. A lot of times it's like, yeah, just this pill or this, and unfortunately it's not. It's just exactly as what you said, doing the work and
consistency,
doing it every single day.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Just like climbing a mountain, one step at a time.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this case study interview. And
welcome.
Yeah, let's pause.